Again, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we will learn about simplifying perfect and truth radical expressions. So I have here 3 examples on how to simplify radical expressions. So first we have square root, second we have cube root, and third we have fourth root. So let's focus first on square root. So in square root, the index is 2. So first, look for the radicand. So you have 64, a to the 6th power, b to the 4th power. So first thing you should focus on making the numerical coefficient into exponential form. So 64 becomes 8 squared. Why? Because you have 8 times 8 equals 64. So this becomes 8 squared. A to the 6th copy, b to the 4th copy. Then, square root. So the index will be the denominator of the exponents. So it becomes 8 raised to 2 over 2. Because your index here is square root. So the index is 2. Then for a, your power is 6 over 2. And for b, your power is 4 over 2. Then simplifying all the exponential powers, fraction 2 over 2 becomes 1. So this is now 8 raised to 1. For a, the power of a is 6 over 2. It becomes a raised to 3. And for b, you have 4 over 2. It becomes b squared. So the exponent of 8 as 1 will not be written. So the final simplest form for this radical expression is 8a cubed b squared. So this is now your final answer. Okay, next is cube root. So we have cube root of 125, x to the 6th power, y to the 9th power. So first, focus on your numerical coefficient which is 125. Make it as exponential form. So 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. So it becomes 5 cubed. Then copy x to the 6, y to the 9. Then cube root. So your index here is 3. Becomes the denominator of your exponents. So this is now 5 raised to 3 over 3. And x raised to 6 over 3. And y raised to 9 over 3. Because your index is 3, that will be the denominators of your exponents. So 3 divided by 3 becomes 1. So this is 5 raised to 1. 6 divided by 3, 2. So x raised to 2. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So y cubed. So the final answer for this radical expression is 5x squared y cubed. So we don't need to put the exponent of 1. So this will be your final answer. Next, for the fourth root. So we have 81a to the 8b to the 20th power. So make this numerical coefficient as exponential form. So this is now 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So we have here 3 to the 4th. So if you're going to multiply 3 4 times to itself or by itself, this will be the form. Then copy a to the 8th power, b to the 20th power. Then fourth root. Again, your index will be the denominator of your exponents. So this is now 3 raised to 4 over 4, a raised to 8 over 4, and b raised to 20 over 4. So your index becomes the denominators of your exponents. So 4 divided by 4, 1. So this is 3 raised to 1. Then 8 over 4 is 2, so a squared. Then 20 over 4 is 5, So b raised to 5. So your final answer, just eliminate this one exponent. It is now 3a squared b to the 5th. So this is now your simplest form in simplifying these radical expressions, the three radical expressions. If you have learnings, put it in the comment section below this video and give your own example with simplest form answer. Thumbs up, like the video, and then don't forget to subscribe, and have a nice day. Thank you. Good day everyone, I am Mr. Bello, your teacher for today. The topic that I will be discussing is simplifying not perfect and truth radical expression. What do I mean by not perfect? It means that your radicand here is not perfect, meaning to say there is something that will remain inside the radical sign. So I have here three examples. The first example is square root of 16x to the 5th. So your x to the 5th here is not perfect, but 16 is a perfect. So you can make 16 into an exponential form. It becomes 4 squared. 4 squared is equal to 16. That means 4 times 4. And x to the 5th, factor it by a perfect and truth. So you have x raised to 4 times x. X raised to 4 times x is x to the 5th. After factoring the perfect and truth, your index will be the denominator of the powers. So this becomes 4 raised to 2 over 2. This over 2 comes from the index. And then for x, you have power of 4. Another over 2 comes from the index. And your x, the power is 1 over 2. Where this 1 come from? It is imaginary 1 exponent here. So you have 1 over 2. Then simplify. 4 raised to 2 over 2. This is equal to 4 raised to 1. And then x raised to 4 over 2. This is now x squared. So since this is x raised to 1 over 2, this is equivalent to the square root of x. This is your exponent 1 and this is your index 2. So the final simplest form of this is 4x squared is square root of x. So you have there remaining a radicand. That means this is not a perfect and true. So this is now your final answer for this first example. For the second example is cube root of 56m raised to 10 power and n raised to the 12 power. So 56 here is not a perfect cube root. So need to factor 56 into a perfect cube root. That will be, the factors are 8 times 7. Your 8 is a perfect cube root and 7 is not. And then copy the variable with exponent m raised to 10 and n raised to 12. Now, make 8 as an exponential form. So this is now 2 cubed. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2, which is equivalent to 8. Then times 7, m raised to 10, n raised to 12. Just copy the variable with exponent. Okay, now this index will be the denominators of your powers. So you have here 2 raised to 3 over 3. Power of 3 over the index 3. Then 7. The power of 7 is 1. 1 over 3. Then for m, factor it with a perfect nth root or cube root. So you have m raised to 9 times m. And for n, you have n raised to 12 over 3. So the denominator of your 9 is over 3 also. And then your m is 1 power over 3. So look at the denominators. They have all the denominator, which is 3, because it comes from the index cube root. That means the denominators are all 3. So simplifying, this is 2 raised to 3 over 3. This is now 2 raised to 1. And then for 7, it is a fraction. You can convert this into radical expression. You have cube root of 7. Because 7 is not a perfect cube root. So that will stay inside the radical sign. Next is your m. M is 9 over 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. So you have m raised to 3. It will put outside the radical sign because this is a perfect. And m raised to 1 over 3 is not a perfect. So put it inside. M raised to 1 over the index 3. And then for n is perfect. Why? Because 12 can be divided by 3. So 12 divided by 3, that is 4. So n raised to 4. So your final answer or simplest form for this is 2m cubed n to the 4th cube root of 7m. So that's how we simplify not perfect nth root radical expression. So I don't have space more for this example. So this will be the end of the discussion. You learned a lot from this video. Just comment below the comment section your own example with correct solution. Then put your name and section to be considered as your output. Thank you very much. Grade 9, I hope you understand this lesson, and then if you can't understand it clearly, just repeat the video again and again.